It's time for Around the Ozarks News, brought to you by the Springfield-Greene County Park Board, Thompson Sales, Kitchenland USA, and Smouse Foundation Repair and Waterproofing. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Well, hello. Good morning to you on Tuesday. We are glad to be back here in the Ozarks. We were on the other side of the world for several days. We'll tell you about that more coming up. But first, let's do a little news around the Ozarks.
All right. A Missouri inmate already serving 14 years is about to get some time added. Investigators say that he set a detention facility on fire in Saline County, Missouri. 41-year-old Johnny Grimes was the only inmate who had time to grab his belongings as he was being evacuated. So that was like the telltale sign that he knew it was coming. He could get 37 more years. His initial trouble was for domestic violence, but now he will have time added to that. So for now, all the Saline County inmates are being held elsewhere while they clean up the fire damage. Shouldn't have grabbed his stuff. Not in an emergency evacuation. He would have gotten away.
Yep.
Springfield-based Convoy of Hope continues to respond to the deadly and devastating flooding down in Texas. Now some places of hill country are re-flooding, impacting victims for a second time in 2 weeks. Convoy's disaster response team is there on the ground to help with cleanup and supply distribution. So far, Convoy has delivered and distributed more than 100,000 pounds of critical supplies like food and water, hygiene kits, cleaning products. They are all over in that area, the Kerrville area and beyond. Additional truckloads of supplies will be sent from Convoy's center here in Springfield as needed.
And I'll be headed down to Texas right after this. So
today, right after the show.
On my way this morning. Congratulations are in order for two of Governor's appointments from Springfield. Former Springfield Mayor Ken McClure has been appointed to the Missouri Ethics Commission, and Dr. Tom Prater has been appointed to the Missouri School Funding Modernization Task Force. It's a long name. McClure will help oversee lobbyist monies and campaign finances, among other things. Dr. Prater, with Maddox New Prater Eye Center, will help guide and review the state's K-12 school funding model. So good for them, doing some good for the state. Springfield Contemporary Theater Incorporated is now closed. It was originally founded in 1995, but for 30 years now, the board of directors says the move has been to shut down has been a necessary and indefinite pause that's been a long time coming. Leaders say in part they are facing ongoing challenges that have made it difficult to sustain operations there. Plus shifts in funding, audience, organizational capacity have led to this as well. The announcement comes right on the heels of SCT announcing its production of Hairspray that is now canceled. There will be no Hairspray. The main venue has been at the downtown Fox Theater in Springfield. But again, it's closed indefinitely, maybe for good.
Yeah, is unfortunate. Indefinitely, because if someone had like an idea or a cost, financial funding mechanism to do it, then they would do it. But right now they don't have a plan for that. So that's unfortunate. 1995. That's crazy. But yeah, everything has shifted. Everything's digital. So tis the way of the world right now, it seems. All right, this is interesting. Something must have happened that led to this. Six Flags over St. Louis says that all guests 15 and younger must have a chaperone now. Apparently that was not the policy beforehand, but it starts up this weekend. Guests 15 and younger must be accompanied by a parent, guardian, or adult who is at least 21.
It's probably a smart rule.
Not sure why. Yeah, some craziness or something, I'm sure.
Yeah.
O'Reilly Auto Parts, based in Springfield, is making national headlines again. U.S. News and World Report lists it as one of the best companies to work for. O'Reilly has some 93,000 employees across the U.S. Last year, their revenue was $16.7 billion. That report is based on a number of things like quality of pay, benefits, work-life balance, professional development, and some other key components.
All right. Moving on up. Congratulations to them. Golf pro, broadcaster, and author David Faraday will spoke at the Missouri State University in conference in September. It's the Public Affairs Conference. It's happening on September 16th at Juanita K. Hammonds Hall. That event is free. It's open to the public, no ticket required, and it's put on by MSU's foundation. And Faraday is a colorful golf analyst. He's fun to listen to. He's got good insight. He's funny. So that'd be, if you're a golf fan, you would enjoy that. All right, MSU Foundation. Meanwhile, the Missouri State University Foundation has raised $31 million this year and at least $20 million in each of the past 8 years. That money helps with projects like the Cliff Smart University Advancement Center that's being built as we speak, the Greenwood Interior Renewal Project, new academic scholarships. It also supports other programs, capital projects, faculty support as well. So the Missouri State University Foundation doing a good job raising money. Good for them.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And Conference USA is losing another team just as the Missouri State Bears join the conference. Louisiana Tech is the second team now to move to another league, them moving to the Sun Belt, since MSU announced it was moving to Conference USA. Conference USA expected to have 10 schools in it for 2026. University of Texas El Paso is leaving Conference USA for the Mountain West Conference in 2026 as well.
All kinds of changes.
Yep.
We'll see how that shakes out for Springfield.
The conference landscape in the last several years has just been every year it's a different thing. Kind of like teams now with the NIL, where kids get paid, so they just go to the highest bidder every year. So every year, every school has a brand new team, with all new players that they're paying. So it's a weird time in college athletics.
Yes, it is. Springfield is still trying to clean up after all the big storms that we had. We had a few, I guess, over the last several months. And if you can help a neighbor in need, Springfield City residents could use you. You can start putting your storm debris like limbs and branches at the curb on Thursday, starting this Thursday, the 17th. If you need help getting the debris to the curb, you can request assistance on the city's website. I'll give you the address in a minute. Public Works, though, and the city staff for Clean Green Springfield, they're hoping that a bunch of volunteers will turn out on Thursday. You can go online to their website and sign up for a shift where you as an individual or maybe a business or a church group can go and volunteer. There's 14 different rally points across the city on Thursday. And if you are able to do that, go help. You can find all the details at cleangreensgf.com. cleangreensgf.com.
All right. Good work.
Yeah, because it's organized. It's organized. So that's exciting.
Yeah.
All right. This week, tomorrow is the midweek matinee at the Gilloys. Tomorrow's movie is Rocky. The doors open at 1. The movie starts at 2. Seniors 60 years and older get a free combo ticket with proof of ID upon arrival. Everybody else, it's about $10. And it's a good time at the midweek matinee there at the Gilloys.
Yep.
This is kind of fun. Also in Branson tomorrow, Wednesday, you can enjoy a free summer movie inside Branson's IMAX Entertainment Complex. Doors open at 8:30 on Wednesday morning, and McFarland's Family Restaurant is serving up all-you-can-eat pancakes. It's like $4 for kids, $7 for adults, and that will be before the movie starts at 10. So the movie's at 10, pancakes at 8:30. It's a free movie, so you get in for free to do that. You just have to pay for the pancakes. And tomorrow's movie is The Wild Robot.
All right. Kids will love it, I'm sure. You had me at all-you-can-eat pancakes.
Me too. I was about to say, the movie sounds fine, but you had me at pancakes. So,
yeah.
And McFarland's Family Restaurant my family went there. I was not actually with them, sadly, but several of them came into town from Texas, and that's where they ate, and they really liked it.
Yeah.
So I feel good about it. I feel good about the pancakes,
I like going to the IMAX for big movies. We go down there. We most recently went down for the latest Mission Impossible on the IMAX, and it was fantastic. Yeah. It was great.
There you go. All right. Well, thanks so much for joining us. Ethan and I are happy to be back. We have a bit of jet lag. That is true. We were 12 hours away from you, 13 hours away from you for part of the trip. But we have been in Indonesia on a mission trip. And it was amazing. We took our middle daughter, Ainsley. It was phenomenal to see the work that they were doing in Indonesia and to get to come alongside them and really just lift their arms.
Yeah, it was great to meet the missionaries face to face, to talk to them, to hear their stories, see their families, because they've given up everything to leave America and to go live in a completely different country. So it's where
they have to learn the language, which is not easy to do.
So I have a lot of admiration for people who can feel the call and can do that. And these folks are incredible people. So it's good to be with them. We took a great team. Our team kind of took care of their kids while they were at a conference, so they could kind of be refreshed and not have to worry about the kids. And we had an incredible team. Some of them were teachers, so they did great with the kids. And our 13-year-old does really well with kids. So they had a good time. Sarah spoke at the conference several times. So and it was fantastic. It was at a beautiful location. I mean, it's 17,000 islands in Indonesia. It's the fourth most populated country in the world, which I had no idea until I started researching it before we left. But we landed in Jakarta. We went from here to Tokyo, spent the night, and then went to Jakarta. And Jakarta has 30 million people in the city. I mean, it was
just in Jakarta.
Unbelievable.
It is unbelievably huge. And Tokyo was also cool, but we weren't there for that long. But then flying on to Jakarta and then being out and about in the city and walking around, and it's fascinating. It's like one of the only places also that has all of the world religions represented there. Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, Buddhism, Confucianism, and Catholicism, all under one country, banner, if you will.
Judaism. You missed Judaism.
Do they have Judaism as well?
I would.
Yeah, I guess they do if they said that they have all religions, but I don't remember that one being on the card. You actually have to mark on your driver's license which one you are. So perhaps, I'm sure that was an option, but it's just an interesting place for sure.
It's an interesting place, beautiful place. We got to go to an island and see the island and just some of the pictures and settings there are incredibly beautiful.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. The volcano, there was a volcano that went off while we were there. We were not close to it. It was on the same island that we were, but on the opposite end. So we felt like there was like a haze in the air, sort of like what we would feel when wildfires move through, I guess it was like the Canadian wildfires that we had a couple years ago where we could actually feel that in in Missouri, similar to that, but we were under no threat of danger. Although I will say the place where we were staying has a tsunami evacuation route. There's signs everywhere for that. And I was like, whew, okay. So.
Yeah, because when you think Indonesia, you think tsunamis. But thankfully, nothing happened while we were there. It was a great trip, and waiting for the jet lag to wear off so we can sleep normally. It hasn't happened yet.
Right. But yes, it's going to. I believe it. All right. Well, Ethan's headed to Texas with Convoy of Hope to bring some more relief there, and we hope to see you back here tomorrow morning, Lord willing, depending on all those things. Okay. Have a great day. And thanks for joining us. Thanks for tuning in.
See you.
It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, brought to you by Command Family Medicine, Heating and Air Paramedics, and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to your Tuesday. It's shaping up to be a beautiful summer day in the Ozarks. Once again, temperatures this morning right around 70 degrees. It is warm out there already and kind of like yesterday, there's a chance for some fog for a few folks today. Those issues, though, with low visibility this morning, likely to happen east of Highway 65. Not a widespread problem. I don't think it'll be enough for a dense fog advisory, but we are talking about some reduced visibility, so don't be caught off guard if visibility is reduced close to a half mile this morning. The good news is it's not going to last long. Even if you have some of the foggy conditions this morning, those fog conditions are going to burn off by mid-morning because the temperature starts to heat right on up, separate itself from that dew point temperature, and we once again are going to see hot summer conditions with isolated storm chances, mainly this afternoon. Like the fog, the storm chances are also looking best in our far eastern counties, east of Highway 65. So you folks have a bit more of the unsettled weather in the forecast today. There's a couple of different things going on across the country. We've got this stationary boundary kind of draped across the Midwest from the Ohio River Valley all the way back through the Midwest. Another one located up in the northern tier of the country that's associated with a cold front that's really going to be dropping temperatures today. There is severe weather expected today for much of Nebraska. We're not expecting severe weather, but some isolated rain chances, a few thunderstorms. I can't rule that out in the peak afternoon time. Best chance, again, will be east of Highway 65. I do have just those isolated storm chances. Again, not severe weather, but some heavy downpours locally in a few of the stronger storms. 90-degree temperatures are back in the forecast, too, in a hurry. So today, I have a high temperature forecast of 87 degrees in the Springfield region. It is going to be hot. It'll feel more like the 90s when you factor in the relative humidity. So find some ways to cool off, not only today, but definitely as we head into the middle and end of this work week's forecast. Heat turns up a notch. We're back into the 90s on Wednesday. I have low 90s in the forecast for you Thursday and Friday, too. By the weekend, we may be in the mid-90s, and heat index values will definitely be back into the triple digits. So this is serious summer heat again as we head into the rest of the 7-day forecast. Today's one of the coolest, so even though it's not going to feel cool, you may want to take advantage of these morning hours where temperatures are still in the low 70s. This evening, when temperatures will be falling back into the low 80s. Get the grass cut because the heat becomes oppressive as we head into the rest of the 7-day forecast. Much like the last couple of days, the rain chances remain in the forecast each and every afternoon, but there's no one day that's going to be a total washout. It's this about 25% chance for some showers and thunderstorms that we're going to hold on to for the remainder of this extended forecast. Around the country, what's making headlines? Well, it's not only that severe weather that I mentioned, the threat for Nebraska, but it's also heavy rain and flash flooding for much of Florida. They had the heavy rain and flooding yesterday, too, causing some major air traffic problems, delays all across the country, also from some of the heavy rain from the mid-Atlantic. Uncomfortable heat remains for much of the eastern U.S., and also the West Coast is feeling the heat with high humidity also. Meanwhile, a cold front is pushing over portions of the northern Rockies and the plains today, bringing almost fall-like temperatures for some lucky few along the Rockies and the high plains because their high temperatures are going to fall to the 60s for a couple of days, which will be a nice and much needed cool down for those folks. So lots going on around the country. All right, it's time for the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister trivia question for the day. And the question that I left you with yesterday had to do with some of that extreme heat. What is the hottest inhabited place on Earth based on average annual temperature? Do you think it is A, Death Valley, California, B, Dalal, Ethiopia, Dubai, or Alice Springs, Australia? And if you thought it was B, Dalal, Ethiopia, you would be correct. It is the hottest inhabited place on Earth, meaning folks actually live there with animals too, definitely. Located in the Donakill Depression, it holds the record for the highest average annual temperature for any inhabited location. Its average temperature, if you're curious, 93.9 degrees Fahrenheit. And average temperature, that means when you take the highs and lows and average them together. Unbelievable. 93.9 degrees. It is a remote and geologically active area known for its hydrothermal features, including hot springs, acidic pools, and salt formations. And the intense heat is due to its location in a volcanic depression and below sea level, contributing to its very arid climate. While some salt miners and researchers visit, Dalal is largely abandoned due to the extreme conditions. That's according to the Times. And I see why. I would not want to live there myself. All right, here's the quiz question that I'll leave you with for tomorrow. What is the safest way to cool down if you are feeling overheated? Do you think it is A, taking a hot shower to relax, B, drinking ice cold water quickly, C, moving to a shaded or air-conditioned area and sipping cool water, or D, eating spicy food to induce sweating? What do you think? The safest way to cool down if you are feeling overheated? You can let me know if you have one of those guesses. That's at aroundtheozarks.com. Thanks to our sponsors, Command Family Medicine, Heating and Air Paramedics, and Taylor Gruboff Chevrolet. Have a fantastic Tuesday. Find a way to stay cool. We'll chat again tomorrow.